Introducing first the challenger from Elizabeth, New Jersey. He weighs in tonight at 210 pounds, Jay Lethal. And his opponent from Gainesville, Georgia. He weighs in tonight at 211 pounds. He is the current reigning and defending NWA TNA X Division Champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles!
Doug, what an absolutely huge event. The title matches continue here at PWX. The NWA X Division Championship is on the line, and that is always huge. Brand new champion AJ Styles recently defeating Chris Sabin as he puts it on the line against the hometown hero Jay Lethal.
And the history behind this match right here is, at Lighting the Fuse, it was Jay Lethal against Christopher Daniels in the opening match. And there was a problem with the ring. The ring broke down. Jay Lethal was on the losing end of the contest, and he wanted a rematch here at Detonation against Christopher Daniels. Christopher Daniels had some prior obligations, couldn't make it, so he said, you know what, Lethal, I'll send my tag team partner, AJ Styles, to go up against you. And that's what we have here. Plus AJ just winning the title. We have a bonus treat here. This match for the TNA X Division Championship. So let's see what happens here.
And Doug, something we should point out as well, you and I very familiar as we have done commentary on other videos in which AJ Styles and this referee, they didn't really get along too well.
No, as we saw at a show earlier this year, we actually saw AJ Styles actually Styles clash Ref Hansen on a stage. So let's see if they still have the memories of these two in the past. Let's see what happens here. I don't know. Can Hansen be objective in this match or no?
And it's never good, Doug, to have an unobjective referee in a title situation, no matter who you are, because when it comes down to a title situation, you want to see the match end fairly.
Absolutely. Because that's what PWX is definitely about. It's about competition. It's about the spirit of the matches, the spirit of the athletes. And we like to see matches go down the line the best they possibly can.
Absolutely, and of course AJ Styles, one of the most successful wrestlers currently. What a year this guy has had. X Division title, NWA World Tag Team Championship, and Jay Lethal, Doug, one of those guys that is just right on the cusp, that can break through at any time, came very, very close to beating the NWA World Heavyweight Champion at that time, Jeff Jarrett himself. Jay Lethal, he's right there, and a win tonight, well, Doug, the sky's the limit for him.
Jay Lethal definitely has skyrocketed to superstardom here in 2006. And let's see if he can win his first major title here at Detonation.
Absolutely, and Jay Lethal, Doug, he came very, very close to defeating the fallen angel Christopher Daniels, and you can make an argument as to who is the better singles wrestler, Chris Daniels or AJ Styles. I mean, we've watched matches, we've called matches with these guys, you know, it's pretty much right down the middle, and if Jay Lethal can do it tonight, I mean, how big is that? I mean, beyond this, Doug, I mean, coming out of this as a winner, coming out as the brand new champion, you're talking about now title money, championship money. He walks into an event, he's defended the title, and now he's making more money than he's ever made in his entire career, not to mention the prestige of being the X Division champion.
And AJ Styles in control here early on, working on that leg. Lethal getting to the ropes. Hansen, they broke it. Everything seems to be okay here.
And AJ Styles, Doug, what a career. Made a name for himself down south at NWA Wildside. Was part of WCW right towards the end with Air Paris as part of a tag team. When WCW went down and they sold out to the WWE, AJ Styles, one of the casualties. And many at that time, a lot of guys that were casualties, they're not even in the business anymore. And a lot of guys, Doug, you can take failure one of two ways. You can become a failure yourself, or you can learn from him. And AJ Styles learned from it. He took it as a blessing in disguise, and he has since worked his way up, becoming NWA World Champion, becoming a big, big star on pay-per-view. It was an absolute blessing in disguise. Lord only knows what would have happened if he would have stayed in WCW. He would have been him and Air Paris would have been the next gay tag team in there or something. I mean, or else he would have been doing commentary with hair on his chest. I mean, who knows? I mean, what a blessing in disguise for this kid.
Imagine him and Air Paris as maybe like Texas Cowboys or something.
It could happen, you know. He might have been a rapper. He might have been a white rapper in WCW. Who knows? I mean, Lord only knows what they would have done.
Boy, that's so scary to think of what would have happened if WCW stayed in business.
Exactly. Lord only knows with Jay Lethal, they would have made him a Hasidic Jew or something. With the beard, you know. Not that there's anything wrong with that, speaking as a Jew. And AJ Styles now looking to pick apart.
I can't really commentate after this. I'm speechless.
Yes, the AJ Styles now picking apart. And, you know, we talked about Eddie Kingston not having that go-to move, but with AJ Styles, everybody knows it's all about the Styles clash, Doug.
And if once he hits it, it's done. There's no kicking out of it. It is over. It's kind of like Jake Roberts with the DDT in the 80s. When you hit it, it's over. When Styles gets the Styles clash, there's no kicking out.
And the thing very similar to Jake Roberts in the 80s with that DDT is AJ Styles is very persistent. You may see him while Jay Lethal catches him with an abdominal stretch there. You may see AJ Styles go for the Styles clash 4, 5, maybe even 10 times before he actually hits it. He is so persistent. A lot of these younger wrestlers, they have that one move. They'll go for it once or twice. If they hit it, they move on. They nail it. They go for a cover. If they don't, they move on. But Styles always comes into the match with a game plan, and he is always so persistent and sticks with it.
Because he knows what works. He knows what works for him. He knows what's going to win him the match, and it's that finishing maneuver. And why wouldn't you go for it the whole entire match? Such a good point, Eric. And a nice kick there by Jay Lethal.
Wow, and talk about the agility and the athleticism of Jay Lethal. You know, everybody talks about the high-flying AJ Styles as well as they should, but look at the balance of Jay Lethal to be able to go from a defensive maneuver to an offensive maneuver so quickly.
And Jay Lethal, is he even 21 years old? He's probably about 21,
Did he
20.
drink?
I don't think he has. I think he's 21, 22 years old. Can you imagine the future of this guy? Can you imagine when he becomes 25, 30 years old? He is going to be one of the biggest stars in the business, and that's Jay Lethal.
Well, you know what? That's a very bold prediction to make, but I got to tell you, Doug, there's a lot of substance behind it. Again, you know, I talked about it in the opening moments of this matchup. He's right on that cusp. And you know how it is, Doug. All it takes is 1 or 2 big wins, maybe even just one in this business to make you a star overnight. And AJ Styles, well, he could be that sacrificial lamb to Jay Lethal to make him that superstar and take him to the next level.
And AJ fighting back with some punches in the midsection, and Lethal hitting him again.
That's the thing that's so tough about being AJ Styles, Doug. Beyond being a defending champion, every time you get in the ring, somebody is going to try and make a name off of you. So you're always the hunted, whether there's a title on the line or not. Maybe even more important than the title, Doug, reputation.
Ooh, catches him with a Hurricane Rana. And that's a great point there, Eric. When you are the best in the business, that's what happens. Everybody wants to test themselves against the best, to see how they are against the best in the business. And that's something AJ Styles has to look forward to every night in the ring, and that's something really not to look forward to, because everybody steps up their game when they go against AJ Styles.
Yep, he's the measuring stick. He's the measuring stick, and for a guy like Jay Lethal, Doug, there's got to be a little nerves in there, because you know what? When you're Jay Lethal and you have that opportunity, you know, you almost start to question yourself. Am I good enough? Am I good enough to even be in there with an AJ Styles? Am I good enough to beat AJ Styles? There is a big psychological game that you have to overcome. You almost have to beat yourself in order to beat AJ Styles.
And Jay Lethal has that Boston Crab sitting down. Look at him wrenching it. Look at him sitting in the small of the
Picture
back.
perfect.
Kind of like with Eddie Kingston in the match before. He's just wearing down AJ Styles here.
Picture perfect right there, and
Ooh.
great location for it. While not in the middle, close, but AJ looks like he's working his way towards those ropes, and that's the kind of tremendous physical condition he is in right there in order to move his body and Jay Lethal towards the ropes. So far, Doug, you got to take your hat off to referee Hansen, because at this point he's been objective.
He has been calling it right down the middle.
Daddy.
Big forearm there by Lethal.
He's going to follow it up, it looks like right here, and AJ Styles in a lot of trouble. Apparently not. Those double knees.
He caught him right there.
Oh, yeah. With a big right hand. And
Kind of uncharacteristic, though, of AJ Styles to be punching like that. You usually don't see that.
That's true. That's true. And the other thing about AJ Styles I want to bring up, if there is ever a time, and well, I'll get back to that in a minute, as it looks like we're about to turn up the action. It's getting hot in this kitchen.
Whoa!
What a drop kick.
What elevation! And Jay Lethal, you see the look on his face?
That's all leg power right there. What I was going to say is AJ Styles has been spending so much time extensively as a tag team wrestler with Chris Daniels over the last several months that if there's any time to beat AJ Styles, not that there really is any, now might be that right time, being that he's fresh as a singles wrestler.
And Lethal, he's rocked on the outside there.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, he kicked him right in the face.
Absolutely. And AJ Styles, I don't know if it's sportsmanship or I don't know if he doesn't have it in him right now, but uncharacteristic of AJ Styles not to follow up immediately.
Definitely is.
Hey, no pictures.
Boy, are those camera phones annoying.
Absolutely. And Jay Lethal hurting.
Uh-oh, up and over.
Pescado in a miss.
But he didn't miss on that kick.
Oh, no.
And now the action spilling to the outside here. Lethal moving that chair. What's he setting up for, Eric?
I don't know. I'm not even sure Jay Lethal even knows what he's setting up for right now. He looks a little confused.
Looks like we're going to have a rail whip here. Whoa, what? Did you see that?
He's out of his mind.
Oh!
It's like the Matrix, Doug. He's like the Matrix.
I can't believe what how did he fit under that?
How did he get up on that rail so quick?
Oh my God.
Where did the form come from? Who's on first?
What an unbelievable set of moves there by AJ Styles.
How good is AJ Styles?
He is tremendous. He's phenomenal.
He truly is phenomenal. And AJ Styles loves it. He loves the pressure. He loves the pressure of defending a championship. You know, Doug, I've called matches where he's defended the NWA World Championship. Of course, we both called the first PWX show no title defense on the line, but he was an NWA Tag Team Champion at the time. He loves it. He relishes the opportunity of being a champion.
Snap suplex, goes for the cover. Didn't hook the leg, though.
Yep. A lot of guys, Doug, throughout their careers, a lot of the greats in this business, they never enjoyed being in that championship position. Roddy Piper being a prime example. Not a guy who spent many times going for belts, defending belts, other than the U.S. title. What, he held it 26, 27 times. But beyond that, you know, AJ Styles, conversely, he loves being in the title situation.
AJ scoops him up, backbreaker.
Oh, yeah.
Goes for cover, but yet he did not hook the leg.
I'm pretty surprised about that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
AJ Styles putting the mouth on the referee. I wouldn't expect that out of AJ Styles.
Hey, I'll tell you what, when you have a title belt, you know, even though there is a history between you and that referee, you could lose that belt with that referee there.
You're right. You're right. And you know what, Doug? You know, we've seen in professional sports when a big title game ends on a bad call of a referee and you're talking about it for years, sometimes you never get back to the championship situation. I mean, that can ruin somebody's career right there. You become preoccupied with something like that.
Wow, he's almost like smothering him there, and look how he's wrenching on that neck.
Yep, absolutely.
If Jay Lethal wasn't in the condition he is in, he could have his neck snapped right like that.
It's almost like a reverse chin lock, but he's not planting that knee right into the middle of the back there. But I would imagine he's not doing so to leave that leg free to kick into to knee strike there. And right now wearing Jay Lethal down, and the more minutes, the more time that expires in this matchup, Doug, I got to think that it is in the favor of AJ Styles.
Definitely, absolutely. He is the veteran here. He's the man who's been around the world. He's done it all. He has an experience factor in his corner. And definitely, the longer it goes, the more it definitely is in the hands of AJ Styles.
Again, going back to professional sports, Doug, whenever you see an underdog come into a situation, what's the thing you always hear? Strike first, end it quickly, get up easy, get up early in the matchup, in the early end of the contest. And the longer this match goes on, the less confident I would imagine Jay Lethal will be.
Oh, and AJ looks like he really hurt his leg out there. Springboard! Whoa!
Wait a minute, what was that?
Wow! See how he dropped him on the back of his neck?
He's not only flipping himself, he's flipping his opponents around. AJ Styles setting him up, maybe for that knee drop. There it is.
I don't know if that's the wisest maneuver to do. He hurt his knee a little bit ago. Looks like he's putting all stops out here, though, for that to win this matchup. Even though he does have a hurt leg, he will use that knee to damage his opponent.
Well, Doug, we're thinking the same thing, because I was just going to bring up, you know, AJ Styles, a guy, he's the kind of guy, he wrestles every month. Oh, he's going for the Styles Clash here, baby. He's trying, oh no, maybe an Oriental Scorpion instead. But AJ Styles is the kind of guy, he wrestles in Japan, wrestles in Mexico, Oriental Scorpion right here, wrestles on pay-per-view all over the world. But Doug, the thing about him, which makes him so good, is he doesn't take it down just because there are no pay-per-view cameras around. He wrestles at 120%, whether it's on pay-per-view or whether it's here tonight at PWX, because he knows how important it is to wrestle here in front of our great fans at PWX Detonation.
That's definitely the Terry Funk mentality. Terry Funk said it didn't matter if there's 50,000 people in a stadium or 50 people in a garage, he will wrestle at the same intensity no matter where he's at. And that's what made Terry Funk such a great superstar that he was, such a legend. And it looks like AJ Styles is doing the same.
Well, AJ Styles, a student of the game, Doug. You know AJ Styles, he loves to watch tapes. He loves to pick apart the brains of the veterans. So it wouldn't surprise me, Doug, if early on in his career, AJ Styles got that advice directly from the Funker himself.
Lethal firing with some fists, but AJ follows with an elbow and another.
You think that was bionic?
It could have been. Kind of uncharacteristic, though, of AJ. Woo!
And that step up into Geary right there.
And a super kick.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the leg. Wow, he almost had a new champion.
The one thing that I noticed throughout this match, though, Doug, is that Jay Lethal is always fighting from behind. You don't see Jay Lethal in a position to go for a move that he wants. He's always reacting to something that AJ Styles has done or is about to do, and I think that's the difference right now in this matchup.
And I think that's something that Jay Lethal will learn over time as he gets more confidence, as he becomes a stronger wrestler, a stronger athlete, where he'll be in control of more of his matches instead of, almost like you said, fighting, doing the instincts of countering the wrestler that he's wrestling.
Right. Oh, wow.
Inverted.
Oh, yeah. Inverted reverse DDT right there.
Look at the leg. Still no.
Not enough.
And AJ looks frustrated with Hanson. I mean, I don't know why.
Well, he doesn't like him. You know, he's already got to stick up his behind about Hanson to begin with. I'm sure he was upset when he walked into the match, or even before the match when the referee comes in the back and goes over instructions and he realized it was him. So I'm sure that had to bother him a bit. Ooh, talk about elbows right to the kidney. Oh, spine buster.
And Lethal going to the top. Is he going to go for that headbutt, Eric?
It could be.
There it is.
Oh, man, Doug, we could have a new X Division champion right here.
Oh, no.
So close.
I thought he had it.
So close.
AJ looks stunned on that one.
Absolutely. I think AJ is letting Hanson get into his head a little bit, and he's taking his eye off the ball at this point, so to speak.
Definitely a mistake there. Let's see if Lethal can capitalize here. The champion is down. This is Jay Lethal's opportunity to win some gold here.
Oh, absolutely, and this is time for Jay Lethal to turn the corner, for Jay Lethal to set the pace, for AJ Styles to have to react to Jay Lethal. But Doug, he looks a little confused at this point.
Oh, big lariat!
Oh, man.
Turned him inside out on that one.
And Jay Lethal, Doug, you notice when Jay Lethal had the opportunity, oh, wait a minute, AJ Styles holding that knee.
It's that knee again.
When Jay Lethal had the opportunity to turn the corner and turn the page in the match, you saw him just revert to punches. He didn't go for a move, he didn't go for a submission. That, to me, is a sign of inexperience. Not something that he can't overcome, but right now, maybe a little too inexperienced to hang in there for the W.
Is he going to go for a Styles Clash?
Oh, yeah.
This could be it, Eric.
He's got him in prime position.
Oh, no.
He's reacting, maybe a dragon suplex. No! Japanese rolling cradle.
No, he got him. He got him. 3 count right there. What an unbelievable matchup here at Detonation. AJ Styles, still your TNA X Division champion.
But how about Jay Lethal, Doug? Jay Lethal, while he came out of this matchup with a loss, he hung in there. He was that close. And I think we saw Jay Lethal take a big step in the maturation process tonight of his career.
And Hanson offering the belt to him. I guess everything's all right between these two.
Well, it should be. You know, AJ won the match. Hanson can go in the back and get back to drinking.
If you say so.
Not that he has stopped or anything, but, you know, that's another story.
There's the sportsmanship right here between two of the greatest athletes in wrestling.
You gotta love this. AJ, what a class guy.